As part of its commitment to take care of less privileged Muslims, most especially orphans in Nigeria, a non-profitable organization has opened a new orphanage home in Lagos. The HALAAL Children's Home, established by a group of Nigerian Muslim sisters desirous of making a difference in the society. Our correspondent has details in this report.
Nearly 2 million children have been orphaned since the global pandemic began last year, and by the end of the year, estimates show that another 2 million children less than 18 years would have lost a mother, father, or grandparent, or their caregiver who lived in their household. And it is the right of every child to be protected, taken care of physically, psychologically, and emotionally. But unfortunately, this is not the case of orphans in Nigeria. It is based on this the HALAAL sister established the fourth orphanage home in Lagos, as the organization projected to establish orphanage home in the 6th geopolitical zone. They agreed that rehabilitating and integrating orphans abused and abandoned into the society give hope, joy, and peace into the society.
Halal Home started as a collection of sisters who were concerned with the rate of orphans and vulnerable children in the streets. And we looked around and we found out that we didn't find any home that met the standard of what we wanted to do. So we started the home to provide that and to fill the gap that we found.
It's basically to take care of orphans and vulnerable children, to give them a life and hope. We are Muslim and we know the reward from Allah, because
there are many kids there that don't have education. They are just laying about, wasting a wasted generation. We want to cater for this generation, give them the family love, the needs, and the wherewithal to develop themselves and become wholesome human being in the future who will impact positively to the society.
The guest speaker said it was a religious duty to care for the orphans because of their vulnerability. He explained that caring for the orphans is an important part of the religion of Islam.
If anyone feels that an orphan cannot grow to amount into something or to become someone, we always look at the Prophet ﷺ to know that he was an orphan, but he grew to be the greatest of mankind.
The wife of the Niger State Governor, Amina Abubakar Bello, noted that majority of vulnerable children often constitute nuisance to the society. Hence, the need to inculcate family morals into them.
It will give a child a home, it will give the child love, it will make the child grow up to a full, well-balanced individual that will provide good developmental framework for a society.
The Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Naimat Salako Oyedele, said adopting children in a family will help to heal the country of the immoral behaviors, insecurity, and transform them into future leaders.
I would also want us as Muslims to also consider not just this one of donations that we have here, but all of us in our last will and testament to consider bequeathments to this home, either large houses that are no longer particularly useful to us when we downsize or we move into different towns, or just when we are sharing up our property to consider leaving a legacy to them, either in our foundations and in our bequeathment, and of course in our annual zakah payments.
HALAAL Children's Home, which kicked formally in 2015, has almost 80 children, 7 reunited with their families and 8 adopted.